to all the aspiring professionals out there. I'm your host Manik from Gethired. Again, I'll be just guiding you towards realizing all your career aspirations goals today. Today we are going to look at a very important question. Why did you leave your last job? Now, this question arises only if you indicate on your resume that you have left the organization. Where possible, try and avoid that. Try and see whether you can secure a job before you leave organization. But hey, most of us, I would say 20 to 25%, sometimes we leave the organization abruptly. We don't plan for it. Certain circumstances sometimes warrants you to leave organizations. So how do you really approach that? So first up, even if you have had a couple of jobs within 1 year, you still need to show that on your resume. It's not a crime. It's just that you're not there to defend your choice of leaving an organization. It's not a weakness or mistake. It's just a conscious decision that you have made. So you need to be transparent and truthful about it. Sometimes you might have gaps in your resume. So in that way too, it doesn't matter, but you need to show that. So you don't have to volunteer that as to why, justify why you left, but you can simply indicate that on your resume. Now, the situation here is that the approach is slightly different going to a traditional organization, because in the interviewer's mind, there are so much of questions about you. Question as to why you left the organization. What is it that you're not telling me? Why can't you hold on to a job? So there are so many different questions, concerns that are occupying his subconscious mind. So they be very judgmental. Even a sense of, a commanding authority kind of tone they might have, because you're actually looking for a job. So they question whether you are desperately looking for a job or are you actually really want to work for this organization for the right reasons. Now, having said that, this is slightly different, the approach to a traditional interview, how you approach. It's all about, competency fit, cultural fit, technical capabilities, behavioral capabilities. But here, what occupies the interviewer's mind is basically a question about your personality. Now, primarily they will have concerns with regards to whether you are able to hold on to a job. Cultural fit. Are you a team player? Whether you have interpersonal relationship issues or even negligence, or it creates a doubt on your performance as well. Because we humans are basically wired to assume the worst. So in that way, you need to make sure that when you approach and respond in this kind of situation, when you don't have a job right now and you left the organization, you need to have certain different tools how you approach an interview. Now, rule number one is basically you need to structure all your responses very positively. So you need to make sure that why you left the organization, you're not there to justify it. It's just that this is for conscious decision that you have made. Sometimes you left the organization for certain circumstances, probably retrenchment, downsizing, layoff. Now, all these elements are very common in the West because they have this concept of part-time employment, contract employment, and of course, for economic downturn or slumps, they have retrenchments and layoff, which is not prevalent in countries like Sri Lanka. So the interviewer might be a bit questionable or doubtful about your presence there. Now, number two rule is basically never ever let down your previous employer. Now, a lot of reasons people leave the organization for boss issues or your direct report not seeing eye to eye, certain values and concerns. They say that about 57% of their people or employees leave organization due to bad experiences in the organization. And another 76% employees leave because they feel that their service is not being valued. So whatever reason, you're not going to be emotional about it. You are going to show that here I am, I have these competencies, these are the achievements. So you need to show your achievements in that organization. You have to show that how you are very integrated into the culture. Quick wins, certificates, rewards, achievements, recognitions, if you have them, and your performance. You need to show them. It's not that your performance was bad, it's just that there were certain things which are not right. Well, let's discuss in a while what those are. So sometimes a professional interviewer will more or less focus on how we have dealt with the gaps. What are you doing right now? Have you invest yourself for progressive behavior or enhance your current competency levels or qualifications? So he's more focused on what doing right now, whether it is progressive, whether it is value adding, and of course what you can bring to the table. So you need to really structure everything that I'm here to add value, and I can bring, if past is indication of future, all these competencies, experience, I'm willing to bring this to the table in this new organization. So that's kind of the structure that you want to look at. So in terms of the reason as to why, first you can probably say that if you had a bad experience with boss, it can be so many different reasons, but you can say that there was non-consenting of ideas. We didn't see eye to eye in certain values. Certain things are not aligned to my value systems. So my career aspirations and my values and everything was not really taken care of. So there are some of the reasons that you can say. Of course, you can say that my qualifications, abilities, skills were not really exposed, or maybe very limited, or I have reached a peak in terms of what I can do. So there were limitations. I feel that I can bring so much to the table. And that's why I was looking for organizations which are more structured and very progressive, so that I can really add value with my skills and competencies for the benefit of the organization. So you can say that as well. So it's probably, focus on the value situation. That will help him understand that it's all about value. And also you can also give something like personal reasons, like family tragedy or change in your spouse's situation, maybe kids. So there are so many other things, but you can say that right now everything is taken care of, all this family, I'm ready to work, and I'm 100% committed to any profession or role that I come your way. So these are some of the things that you can share. But in the unfortunate incident, if you have been laid off, you can say that it was just bad timing. Certain circumstances, they had to let me go. But I use that to progress myself, acquire new skills, get more qualified, and I'm more, I think I have enhanced my value in terms of what I can contribute to organization. In the event, if you have been laid off, in terms of if you have been terminated for maybe negligence, or maybe misappropriate of maybe funds, maybe, or regarding abuse or various other things which are really, really bad on your resume, their personality, you still have the tools to basically get back to the market and get hired. You basically say, if you have been terminated for negligence and misconduct, you can always say that there was a period of darkness. I was misdirected. I was not thinking right. I was clouded by various misunderstandings. So you can really, you don't have to go into detail, but you can take ownership that it happened to you, that is not going to happen, that you will learn the lesson. So there you go. So whenever you have this question that you have a gap, or if you are not currently employed, looking for an opportunity, make sure that your whole personality or the approach to interview is positive, so that the positive vibes are really conveyed to the interview, and that basically the focus is about value creation for the future organization. So if you like this video, please put a thumbs up, ring the bell, subscribe to my channel, Gethired. Please feel free to share this video with your friends, and thank you for watching. See you soon.